It isn't something that you have to learn. This is where the misconception comes in. It is something that you are already doing every single day, 24/7. Even without being aware that you're doing it, you are still doing it. And so, what is manifestation, right? Manifesting is just creating your own experiences. Now, you are doing this always. And in fact, it's only you that's creating your own experiences for yourself. Okay? No one else can create for you, which means you're responsible for the life you're living because you're responsible for what's going on within you. And that's what's used to create. Now, things happen again because you've created those things to happen, because you have in fact created the experience that you get out from that particular thing. Okay? And the reason why this is going on is because what's going on within you. Let's think about the mind, the subconscious, and the conscious. Now, what's going on in there? We have a subconscious program that's responsible for 95% of our brain's activity. And that's everything that's stored in there, right? Your stored beliefs that you picked up as a child is in that subconscious program and responsible for 95% of your brain's activity. Now, that's nearly all of it, right? Your 5% of the conscious mind, its only job is to look for the evidence to back up what's in the program. So you are manifesting with what's in the program, with what's in your subconscious mind. And everything actually in there is all the beliefs that you hold about yourself. And the beliefs that you hold about yourself is the exact same way that you see the world. Because if you haven't figured out by now, it's a mirror reflection. The way that you see yourself is the way that you see the world. The way that you show up for yourself is the way that you show up for the world. And so you will always get validated the beliefs that you hold about yourself. Now, this is where people lack awareness. They can see what's going on outside of them, but they don't realize that they are the very thing that's creating that experience that's going on outside of them, right? So they can see this disconnect in a relationship or with a person. They can see that they're being triggered by something externally, but they're not understanding that the trigger is actually coming from within them because of their own insecurities, because of what they must believe to be true about themselves, right? The indifference in the relationship or with that person is because of the beliefs they hold about themselves, not about the actual individual outside of them. Okay, so manifesting is not something that you need to learn. It's something that you're already doing. You are just maybe an individual that is doing it unconsciously. And so the trick and the goal, is a better way of saying it, is to make your unconscious become conscious, right? For you to become aware of what's in the subconscious program. Because if you are living a life unaware, then you're always going to be repeating the same cycles without realizing why they keep continuing. Okay, meeting the same person in a different body over and over without realizing why you keep attracting the same type of individual, right? Having the same kind of experience over and over without realizing why it's going on. Maybe you just think, life is about bad luck. There's some evil force out to get you. This life is not for you. Whatever excuses you make, but really you are just not aware of the subconscious. And so you are running from autopilot in a way, right? Your subconscious mind is controlling your life, but you're not aware that it's controlling you. But it is very much so. If 5% of your conscious mind, that's it. If your conscious mind is only responsible for 5%, then the program is controlling you if you don't have control over it. And you having control over it is simply just becoming aware. Okay, making the unconscious conscious So you can see why things are happening. You can see that you are creating the experiences. Now you can change them. And this is manifesting. Okay. And so it's not about learning how to manifest. And it's also not about limiting yourself to one thing, right? You're a limitless being. The only limitations are only the ones that you put on yourself. And that's down to the beliefs you hold about you. You project that into the world to experience that externally. But it's still the beliefs that you put on you, the limitations you've put on you, right? You may have picked up from other people along your trail, but you have still chosen to pick it up and believe it and take it on as your own. So it's not about learning, okay, to manifest. I've said that a lot of times. I just want to make it very clear to you guys. There are tools and techniques that you can use to make your subconscious conscious, right? For you to be aware of the subconscious and change it. But that's not about learning to manifest, okay? It's just about becoming the conscious creator, being aware that you are in fact creating your experiences and therefore choosing how you would like those to be. Because that's your choice. There's no judgment, right? It's not like if you're living in anger, someone's judging you. Oh, you're going to hell. You're living in anger. No, if you keep believing the thoughts about yourself that's making you feel angry, you get to live a world that feels like everyone's out to get you. You know, it's everyone making you angry. Again, no one's making you anything. You feel angry with yourself. You are the one feeling the anger from the beliefs you hold about yourself, and then the external is just validating it. And then you can have the other extreme. You could live in love, peace, joy, and then get that validated. So it's not about good, bad, black, white. It's not like that. It's about choices, how you would like to live, right? How would you like to live? What emotion would you like to embody and therefore be? Because that is how you are going to live your life. And any emotion that you have, you can transmute it into a different form by changing your thoughts. You know, an energy alchemist is someone that's transmuted that pain into power. They've changed an energy into another form by simply changing their beliefs. Okay. And that is why I think we are all here to do that, to create consciously, to not create by default, to not keep creating our unconscious over and over, because there's no joy in that, right? It's trauma. And then you create trauma bonds and you're living through your trauma. You can transmute that. Let me give you some examples, okay? So let's say you're living in sadness, right? All the beliefs that you hold about yourself are making you feel sad. You can transmute that to happiness by changing the beliefs that you hold about you, okay? Now let's say anger. You are feeling angry because of the beliefs that you're choosing to believe about yourself. The thoughts that you keep thinking are making you feel anger. Now, if you were to change that, you can now change anger into passion. So we have sadness to happiness, anger to passion, jealousy to inspiration. So do you see how whatever energy you are in, the emotion that you are in, you can easily change it by simply changing your thoughts. But here's the thing. If you don't do that, you are not going to experience a change outside of you. You could be an individual that's waiting for things to change, but you are still the person that's in the emotion that you don't prefer. So you can only keep creating that externally, right? And so many people are in this energy of waiting, okay? You're not going to get something by waiting. You're going to get more reasons for the need to wait, because what you're waiting for is a feeling. But you can't receive that feeling if you're not being it. You can only get more of how you already feel, okay? So there's nothing to learn. There's just things to remember. Make your unconscious conscious. Become aware of what you're doing internally and how it's creating your external, from how you feel, from how you think. the beliefs you hold about yourself. That's the way that you see the world. The way you see yourself is the way that you see the world.